Hi, my name is Balachandran and this is an introduction to the basic Java OOP concepts. So what is OOP? OOP, Object-Oriented Programming, is basically a programming style that utilizes things called classes and objects. So the advantages of using object-oriented programming would be reusability. Classes can be used over and over again to create new objects. Data redundancy. You wouldn't have to repeat the same piece of code at each and every point. Instead, you could use the class, which reduces the space it takes. Code maintenance. You could do any updates or modifications on the class itself instead of having to change it in multiple places if you were using the basic coding method. Security. You can hide the working and any sensitive data by using classes and objects in your program. Easy troubleshooting. It is way easier to find errors and fix them as you would be now looking where to find them more conveniently. OOP can be used in multiple languages like, for example, Java, C#, C++. So let's take a look at the OOP concepts. Out of all these concepts, we will be looking into the first 6 concepts, which are object, class, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. Objects. What is an object? In definition, it means that any entity that has a state or behavior. When you look at it from the OOP viewpoint, you could say that it's an instance of a class. Objects have characteristics and properties that are of the class that they belong to. Class. What is a class? A class is a blueprint which the object has to follow to be considered an object of that class type. Inheritance. Inheritance is acquiring properties and behavior of a parent object. For example, you could consider yourself. You might have similar characteristics to your parents, like skin color, hair color, eye color, etc. Polymorphism. This is the hardest concept out of the concepts that we are looking at today. It can be explained basically by saying that it behaves differently for different situations. For example, consider a man. He would be a husband, son, and a father at home while being an employee at work. His behavior would be different in each of these scenarios. That's how polymorphism also works. Abstraction. Abstraction is simply removing the unnecessary data to make it easier to look at. It helps in reducing programming complexity and effort. Encapsulation. Encapsulation is like binding the data and code into one. It becomes really easy if there are any changes to be made to the code or if you want to protect any information. So that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Take care.